Do you really want to study in Japan for free? The MEXT Scholarship can cover your tuition, monthly stipend, and even your flight. But the process is little confusing, and many students don't know where to start. In this video, I'll explain the complete MEXT Scholarship process, required documents, and tests step by step. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Learn with Ruby. Without wasting any time, let's discuss what is MEXT. The MEXT scholarship is not just a fully funded scholarship. It's actually part of Japan's long-term strategy to build global connection. MEXT stands for the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology of Japan. Through this program, the Japanese government selects international students from different countries and bring them to Japan, not only to study, but also to build academic, culture and professional link between Japan and the rest of the world. So when you apply for MEXT, you are not just applying as a student. You are applying as a future representative who will connect your country with Japan. That's why the selection process is not only based on marks. They also look at your academic potential, your research ideas, your communication skills, and your long-term goals. Another important thing is MEXT is different from many other scholarships because it has two main tracks. The one is embassy track, where you apply through the Japanese embassy in your country. The second is university track, where you apply direct to a Japanese university. Most students in Pakistan apply through the embassy track because it is more structured and widely available. Also for masters and PhD students, MEXT usually start with something called a research student phase. This means you may first go to Japan as a non-degree research student for 6 months to 1 year, and then after passing university exams, you move into your actual master's or PhD program. So it's not just a simple admission. It's a complete academic pathway designed by the Japanese government. And because it is fully funded and highly competitive, MEXT looks for students who are not only good academically but also serious, consistent, and clear about their goals. That's why preparing for MEXT is not just about documents, it's about presenting your purpose clearly. Now let's understand the types of MEXT scholarship because many students get confused here. MEXT is not just one scholarship. It actually has multiple categories based on your level of study and background. Number 1, undergraduate student. This category is for students who have completed their intermediate or A levels. In this program, you study a bachelor degree in Japan before starting university. You usually take 1 year of Japanese language training. Most courses are in Japan. So this option is best for students who are ready to learn Japanese and study long term in Japan. Second is research student, master or PhD. This is the most popular category, especially for students from Pakistan. It is for those who want to do masters or PhD. But here's some very important. You don't direct start your degree. First, you go as a research student. This means you stay in Japan, work with a professor, prepare for university entrance exams. This phase can be around 6 months to 1 year. After that, you take the university test and then officially start your master or PhD. So it's like a step-by-step academic pathway, not direct admission. If we talk about the third category, that is specialized training college. This category is for students who want to learn technical or vocational skills. For example, IT, business, fashion, engineering related skills. Here also students usually learn Japanese first because most courses are in Japanese. The fourth is teacher training program. This is for people who are already working as teacher. It is a short-term program around 1 to 1.5 years where teachers go to Japan to learn modern teaching method and educational systems. After completing it, they return to their home countries. And fifth is Japanese studies program. This is for students who are already studying Japanese language or culture in their own country. It's usually a short-term program, 1 year or less, where they go to Japan to improve their language and cultural understanding. One important thing to understand is most students from Pakistan apply for undergraduate or research student. These are the most relevant and common options. And the choice of category depends on your current qualification. If you have done intermediate, go for undergraduate. And if you have done bachelor, master or research student is best option for you. And if you have done masters, then go for PhD. So you need to choose the category based on where you are in your academic journey. So before applying, don't just think I want MEXT. First decide which category fits you best because each type has different process, requirements and preparation strategy. Now let's understand the complete MEXT application process step by step. I'll explain it in a way that you don't need to watch any other video. First, the MEXT Scholarship is announced every year, usually around April to May, through the Japanese embassy in your country. This year, MEXT Scholarship is announced in 4th April and the deadline is 26th May. At that time, they upload application form, guidelines, list of required documents. So the first step is to regularly check the official embassy website. In second step, document preparation and submission. This is one of the most important steps. You have to prepare all required documents carefully such as application form, academic transcripts and degree, research proposal or study plan, recommendation letters and medical certificate. Then you submit your documents to the embassy before the deadline. Important point: even a small mistake or missing document can lead to rejection at this stage. If we talk about the step third, that is document screening. After submission, the embassy check all application. This is called document screening. They shortlist candidates based on academic performance, quality of documents and research proposal. Only selected candidates move to the next step. Step 4 is written test. If you pass the document screening, you shall be called for a written test. The test depends on your category. For undergraduates, English, math and sometimes science. For masters and PhD, mostly English. The test is not extremely difficult, but it checks your basic understanding and language skills. After written test, there is next step, that is interview. After the test, shortlisted candidates are called for an interview at the embassy. This is a very important stage. They may ask, why do you want to study in Japan? Your research topic and your future goals. Here, confidence and clarity matter a lot. You must be clear about your future goals. This is one of the most important points that lead to your selection. After passing the interview, you enter a very critical phase, that is contacting Japanese universities and professors. You send them your research proposal and your documents. If a professor accepts you, you receive something called a letter of acceptance. Usually, you need 1 or 2 acceptance letters. After submitting your university acceptance, your application goes to Japan for final review. This is the final decision stage by MEXT. If approved, you officially become a MEXT scholar. After final selection, your visa process starts, travel arrangements are made, and then you fly to Japan and start your academic journey. Let me summarize the timeline. April to May, application opens. June to July, test and interviews. August to September, university contact. Final result later in the year. Departure next year, usually in April or October. So the whole process can take almost 1 year. One important thing to understand it, MEXT is not a quick process. It requires patience, planning and consistency. But if you follow each step carefully, it is absolutely possible. So don't get overwhelmed by process. Just focus on one step at a time. That's the best way to succeed in MEXT. If you want, in my next video, I shall explain how to write a strong MEXT research proposal. Comment below the research proposal. Now let's talk about the required documents for MEXT and most importantly, where you can find the official application form because many students get confused at this stage. The MEXT application form is not random or download form from anywhere. You must download it from the official website of the Embassy of Japan in Pakistan. When the scholarship is announced, usually April-May, they upload a complete application package which include application form, research format, guidelines, list of required documents. Always choose the latest form from the official website. Don't use old or outdated version from Google or YouTube links. First of all, application form. This is the main form where you provide personal information, academic background, study plan. You must fill it very carefully without mistake because this is the first impression you give. Second is academic transcript and degree. You need to submit your degree certificate, your transcript or mark sheets. These should be attested, clear and readable. Your academic performance play an important role in selection. Number 3, research proposal. This is one of the most important documents. Here you explain what you want to study, why you want to study it, and how it connects to your future goals. A strong research proposal can make a big difference in yours. I'll make a separate video on this because it's very important. Next is recommendation letter. You need a recommendation letter from a teacher or your university professor. It should highlight your academic ability, your character, your potential. Make sure it is properly signed and sealed. Next is medical certificate. You also need a medical certificate to prove that you are physically and mentally fit. This must be filled on the official format provided by MEXT. You can also download it from the official website. Some important points you must remember. Don't submit incomplete documents. Don't use old format and don't ignore instruction. Even a small mistake can lead to rejection at the first stage. One smart thing you can do is before submitting, double check everything according to the official checklist because document screening is very strict. So don't rush this step. Take your time, prepare your documents carefully and follow the official guideline properly. And finally, now let's talk about how and where to submit your MEXT application because this is where many students make mistake. If you are applying for Pakistan through the embassy track, you have to submit your application to the Embassy of Japan in Pakistan, not to university, not online in most cases. You submit directly to the embassy. Now let's understand the submission process. First, arrange all your documents exactly in the order mentioned in the official guideline. Order and formatting matter a lot. In most cases, you need to submit original set plus 2 or more copies. Always check the exact requirement in the guideline. Put your document in a file or envelope, properly labeled. Don't make it messy or disorganized. There are usually two ways to submit your application. The first one is by courier or post, where you can send your documents through courier service to the embassy address. And second is by hand if allowed. Sometimes the embassy allow in-person submission. Always check what method is mentioned in the official instruction. Make sure your application reach the embassy before the deadline. Late applications are not accepted. Keep these things in mind. Don't email your application unless clearly mentioned. Don't send incomplete documents. Don't miss the deadline. The embassy is very strict about rules. One smart tip: always keep a copy of your complete application for yourself because you may need it later during interview or university contact. So the process is simple. Prepare documents carefully, follow the official instruction, send them to the embassy on time. That's it. There is one pro tip, and that is always read the official embassy guideline carefully before sending your application. If you want next, I can write MEXT test interview preparation. That is very important.